Good evening. Am I actually on time? I think it might actually be on time for once. Qualification has just started, so please give me a few seconds while we move over and we will be underway for today's racing. Who's ready? If you're watching us on Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok, put a message in the chat, thumbs up in the chat, whatever you may want to do, or you may want to do. Sorry, I will be right with you. Here we go then, ladies and gents. How the devil are we? Welcome back to another stream. Yes, I'm back again. I am back again. Thank you, Barry. Appreciate you, mate. Absolute legend. Unreal. You're unreal. Thank you very much for that lovely comment, Barry R. Oh, that hasn't popped up on my chat, which is a bit weird. So, I don't know if that's actually come through or not. Oh no, actually it hasn't. For some reason, the YouTube chat hasn't worked. There we go. Account. There we go. Right. Barry, if you wouldn't mind awfully just posting in the chat again, that'd be absolutely fan-dabby-dozy. That should now work. But anyway, right, enough of that. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good. There we go. Okay, right, cool. Right, well, Barry's on an aircraft, ready to take off back home, I'd imagine. Oh, my audio is doubled. Is my audio doubled, guys? Is it doubled? I don't think it is. Oh, it is. Okay. Is it doubled? Okay, let me fix that. Oh, it is. Okay, 2 seconds. That should be. Is that better? I think that's fixed. Perfect. I think we're good. Ah, yes. Cool, it is. Perfect. How do you join? Very easy. Much better. Sorry, I just blame Wave XLR. It has a mind of its own. It really has a mind of its own. Right, welcome in everybody on TikTok, YouTube, and on Twitch. We really do appreciate it. There's a few questions in the TikTok chat that I need to address. Matthew Carting, thank you very much for the follow on TikTok. I really do appreciate it. This is ACC on PC, and there we go. And Meh6168, thank you very much for the follow on Twitch. This is PC and this is ACC, and how you join this is very simple. You basically go over to our profile, and you on TikTok, you follow our Linktree links, and it will all be there. Discord, Instagram, SimGrid page, it'll all be there. Join our Discord, get yourself involved, and you will find a championship, no doubt, that will suit you. And Emilio, thank you very much for the subscribe. So that's basically all 3 platforms. We've had a follow, subscribe, and 2 follows and a subscribe. Absolute legends. Welcome in. Well, if you haven't, Barry, safe flight home, my friend, and yeah, all the best, mate. All the best. All the best. Who's that? Urethra. Thank you very much for the follow on TikTok. Right, yeah, this is the GT3 World Tour. Well, it's actually not GT3s. It's actually a multi-class, but there's only actually one GT4 in today's race, which, yeah, there is. This is a GT World Tour, where we are in season 4 of this World Tour. And today we find ourselves in the absolutely fantastic, iconic Donington Park Raceway, which is in the Midlands, or in the middle of England. It's absolutely fantastic track. I should have actually been driving this today, but I enjoyed doing the commentary for you guys on Wednesday. This is definitely ACC. I enjoyed the commentary so much on Wednesday that I really wanted to get involved with you guys again, especially over on TikTok. We are growing a really nice community over on TikTok. Obviously not leaving out YouTube and Twitch, of course, but obviously on TikTok we are growing quite a good little community over there. So it's really difficult to share the TikTok lives with other commentators like we have a few commentators over here on Toga Motorsport, so sharing that all across different people is very hard. So I basically said, look, I'll do comms tonight, it's okay, the gaffer will take comms, and hopefully you're stuck with me. So if you were expecting Zeta, then apologies. Big shout out to Zeta, by the way, for all the hard work she does. But I decided that, you know what, I'll take comms tonight. Don't worry about it. You ever sit back, guys? I'll take comms. I'll take comms. What's the basic guide for sim racing stuff, wheel and all that? Hugo, if you remind me in about 10-15 minutes time, if you're still about, then I will go through that with you whilst we're, you know, at the start of the race, or when we're mid through the race. It's a good talking point to talk about, right? It's a good talking point to talk about. But anyway, we're at Donington Park for the GT World Tour Season 4, round number 3, I think this is, or round number 4 at Donington Park, where tonight we'll have a big slog to the end for 80 minutes. And yes, it is on PC, mate. It is on PC only. Yeah, we're a PC only community right now. So the guys are have just finished a 30-minute practice session, and we're now inside our 20-minute qualification, and we will then go into a 80-minute race. Today's race will consist of one mandatory pit stop where guys are to take fuel and tires. I don't think there is a pit window. There might be a pit window here as well. I do like to add a little cheeky pit window in these races. Let me just triple check that, but I'm pretty sure there is. And the guys will have to work around that when it comes to doing their pit strategies. Obviously, the winner of today's race will receive nothing. I'm joking. It obviously goes in part of a championship. So the guys will, at the end, will obviously be the victor of this race. This is a free championship. And correct, we are one mandatory pit stop, fuel and tyres. There is no pit window. I repeat, no pit window. So the guys can do whatever the hell they want. Pit strategy is determined by the drivers on track, and it's only them and only up to them and only them to decide what they want to do. Yes, this game is available on console as well. Unfortunately, for a community such as ours, we don't host the events on console. I'm afraid we only do it on PC only for now, just due to financial reasons, really, and lack of members be able to sort of help and get involved with that stuff. So yes. It's good to see everybody in the chat. If you are here from anywhere, we really do appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, a bit like Emilio did earlier on. If you're on TikTok, don't forget to double tap that screen. I can see a lot of likes coming in. We're on for quite a while tonight. Do you think it's harsh to ask for, 5,000 likes on the video? 5K likes? Might be a bit too much. Might be a bit too cheeky, that. But as many likes as we physically possibly can, guys. We really appreciate it. And if you haven't already and you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, hit that follow button as well. Sorry, guys. That would be really great. And if you're over on Twitch, well, we all know you're over on Twitch. Welcome in, guys, over there. Do hit that follow button. 760 followers now over on Twitch. We are really trying to increase that as the days and weeks continue. So really big shout out to everybody who watches us through our social media. Thank you very much. Right, lap times are coming in. Currently fastest lap of this session. I can't actually tell you what it is. Yes, I can. It's a 126.5. Very good pace. Excellent pace, I should say, from Butin in the Mustang. Then we have Elias Fernando currently in P2, less than 0.05 of a second behind at this current stage, which is, geez, that's close. That is super close. Excuse me. Callum Jones, a good old legend that is Callum Jones. He's currently running in P3. just a tenth off the pace, which that is absolutely remarkable how close these guys are battling out against one another. Then we have, who do we have? Markin Banaya is currently in the Aston, another Aston. So it's Mustang, McLaren, Mustang, Aston inside the top four with a 26.4. Matthew or Matt Townsend is next with a 126.5, so only a tenth behind P4. Fabio Gallamini in the DMF Corsa Ferrari, 26.7 for him. Absolutely stellar lap, good lap, really good laps, these guys. Then you got Zabagallo in the another Aston. Quite a few Astons here today. Going now, gone down to P8 actually, because Giuseppe has gone P7 in the another DMF Ferrari. So yeah, that's basically a top 10. Samuel Brackstad in the 95 Porsche. And to round that top 10 for now, anyway, Marlon Lehman in the McLaren with a 127.4. We do have a lonely GT4 in this race today, which is George Stevens. I'm sure he'll finish inside the top 3 in class. But yeah, George is in the pit lane right now, being the only lonely GT4. GT4s aren't very popular to a lot of drivers, but you've got to be some sort of mental case basically to drive a GT4, especially if it's a mixed grid. So hopefully George can stay out of trouble today with the GT3s lurking around. A relatively small grid for today's race, I'm afraid. Obviously being halfway through the championship and Donington Park being a Marmite track. For me personally, I love it, but for other people, it's maybe not necessarily their cup of tea. But that's fine. 17 cars is still not a bad little turnout. So we are happy with that. We do have live stewarding this evening as well. We've got some stewards sitting around in the comms in the stewards box, and they'll be at hand if there is any contacts made on track between the drivers in today's race. What will happen then? It gets logged all in a spreadsheet, and then the guys can go through and sort out those penalties accordingly. Just to let you know, we do have 8 withdrawals from today's race. So the grid would have been over 25 if everybody decided to race in today's race. Obviously, a lot of 8 withdrawals is quite a lot. And obviously, bearing in mind, we only have 1 race left. This is race 3, can confirm, race 3. We can go through the standings in a bit as well once the race has started, but with only 2 and a bit minutes to go then in qualification, the guys will be getting themselves all ready to do their sort of last flying lap. Sort of lap time here at Donington Park, you're talking a good lap time is you know sub 90 seconds if you like, which is really fast. And we got some really fast drivers in today's session. We seem to attract these sort of drivers in this sort of style of racing, this class of racing. We normally see the upper end of the drivers here at Toga Motorsport come into these events. A bit different to rookies. You don't really see too many rookie drivers sort of attempt these sorts of championships because, like I say, the battles are close, the battles are fierce, and hopefully cleaner. That is the plan anyway. Not too much work for our stewards to do this afternoon, or this evening, I should say. But we're on board with Elias Fernando. He is currently on an out lap, ready for his final push lap. He'll have one more chance to take pole position. We do see Butin is out on track right now. He has just started his last flying lap. Currently down on his delta, but only by a little bit. In fact, he's now level on his delta. Track limits could play a factor in today's race. Drive-throughs, especially here at the chicane. If you get that wrong, that will send you off, maybe into the grass, into the wall. But definitely with a drive-through or a speed token, as we like to call it. 2 heavy braking zones into 2 chicanes, 2 hairpins before the end of this lap. And currently, Butin is not really improving on his lap time. So this is going to be his last. No, he'll get one more lap in, I should say. Yeah, he will get one more chance to do a flying lap. And there we go. Crosses the line. Not improving on his lap time. No, there is no crossplay. There is a crossplay between PlayStation and Xbox, but there is no crossplay between PC and console. Okay. Elias Fernando then, he is currently doing enough to take pole position. He's almost, or he's almost a tenth up on his fastest lap. He's actually over a tenth now, but dropping back ever so slightly. It's going to be extremely close between him and Butin, I would imagine, although Butin is improving on his lap time. Callum Jones has also gone out for his last flying lap. Again, not improving too much. He does only need 1/10 to be able to get on pole position. So it's not out of the realms of impossible, but he has just invalidated, and that will be Callum's end of quali P4 for him. Elias Fernando is absolutely storming away. He's almost nearly 2 temps up. And Russo R, welcome in on TikTok. And what's up to you too, Ollie? How you doing, bro? Really appreciate you popping in, son. Elias Fernando dropping off actually towards the last hairpin. He's not going to gain any time. Oh, he's picking up a lot of time. 2 temps just found in the last corner alone. So Elias Fernando is looking like he's going to take pole position, and he does with a 125.9. Unreal. Can Butin find 2 temps in the last corner? He does not. He's not going to improve. And that is going to be Butin to take P2 in quali. Amazing last lap from Elias Fernando. Absolutely stellar last lap. Any people out on circuit still? Christian La Rocca in the Ferrari, car number 80. Unfortunately, no livery for him. He's currently almost 4 temps down on his lap time, and you are a #1 gifter, man. Thank you so much. Wow, thank you very much, guys. Nearly 5k likes. Keep double tapping, guys. Thank you very much. If you're not already a follower, please do hit that follow button. Absolute legends. Thank you very, 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 very much. And that is qualification finished. What I'll aim to do in a moment is I will go through the grid, and I will try and do my best with pronunciations. Whilst I try that, if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe. And TikTok, you know what you're doing. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. And Twitch, and people on Twitch, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Oh, thank you for sharing as well. Thank you very, 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 very much for sharing. Right. We've got a little bit of time now, approximately about 3 minutes or so. We do have a long formation lap, so if you want to go and grab yourself a quick drink, get yourself ready for tonight's race, then please feel free. You don't want to miss the start. Chances are the start is going to be unreal. So we've got 2 minutes and 50 seconds, about 3 minutes before we have our start of our formation lap. Actually, you guys can't hear the audio? I just realised that as I was just yapping. You guys are able to hear the audio now. I do apologise. Something big on. Oh yeah, are we gonna be live? We're gonna be live when it goes live, right, Ollie? I think we are, right? We got an hour and 20. Oh, we're not. Actually, we're not. Oh, we might. Yeah, we will just be live. So before the end of the stream, we will be able to show you something on our social media platforms. And I'll say head over to the Instagram. It will be over there. Are we? Oh, is it? It'll. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. 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 Right. As it's going to be quite difficult. So let's start from George, and then we'll go into this view, and we'll go hopefully down the grid. So we got P1. We got Elias Fernando in the 23 McLaren. P2 is going to be Butin in the absolutely stunning Mustang, my personal favourite at the moment. Baniera in the 707 Mustang Aston Martin. Callum Jones takes P4 in the incredible Toga Racing, I will say that a bit biased, livery Mustang. P5 goes to Townsend in the 11 Aston Martin, bit of a Mustang and Aston combo here. First of the DMF cars is Gasky Galamini in P6. P7 is going to be Scutotto in P7. Samuel Brackstad in the Rusty's Porsche. P9 will be Zabagolo in the black, lovely looking black Aston Martin. Lehman in the McLaren's going to be in P10. La Rocca P11 for you in the 80 Ferrari. Another one of the DNF Ferraris in Gina Araki. I'll terribly pronounce that name wrong. P12 for you. Then you got Khan P13 in the BMW. Then you have Liss in the lovely looking two-tone Ferrari, currently sitting down in P14. BMW of car 43 of Barrett Truck in P15, car 43, last of the BMWs of Kuth in P16, and last but not least, probably the best car on the circuit in my opinion, George Stevens with the only GT4 on track, and that is everybody's name called out, positions called out, and we will be starting our long formation lap in a very few moments time. So we do a long formation lap, which you can see the leaders are now slowly starting to pull away, ready for the start of this race. Long formation lap, like I mentioned, as George is the last car to pull away. So what will happen now? A lot of tyre warm up, especially for George in the GT4. Obviously, there's no tyre blankets on the GT4. Everyone else gets the tyre blankets and a bit more, so they can get a bit more heat into the tyres. Everyone else on track will have to deal with. Everyone else gets a lovely. George will be the only one that doesn't get tyre blankets. Right, where are we? So Elias Fernandez, I get Elias' name wrong. Elias Fernando, there we go. I wonder how long he can keep hold of the lead then into the opening few corners. I cannot speak today. I'm struggling with words, so I do apologise. English is not my strong point, obviously, by the looks of it. I will try my best. Yeah, like going back, I wonder how long Elias can last behind the absolutely flying Mustang. The Mustang might not be great round Donington Park. Personally, not tried it. It's going to be very, very tricky to try and keep that car on the straight and narrow. And with the characteristics of the McLaren being it's very, very good in fast corners, then it's probably going to play into Elias's hands. But he's got to keep it on the black stuff. He's got to maintain that for the next 80 minutes, full concentration from Elias to be able to get round and continue on in this race. Like I say, pit stops could play a factor, but also don't forget about the drive-through penalties that could potentially happen to these drivers. Everybody is human, we all make mistakes, and it's how you rectify those mistakes and what you can do to mitigate getting drive-through penalties. So sit back, relax for the next hour and 20 minutes. Unfortunately, you're going to hear my voice, and we'll hopefully have some really, really good racing. So if you're here, welcome in. I hope you'll enjoy your stay. If you can share any love, that would be absolutely fantastic in the meantime. Elias Fernando going through his last few warm-up stages, getting the car's tyres all nice and warm. Everybody else sort of forming up into formation. We will have a long formation, so we will have a red flag if we do lose majority of the grid into the first two sectors of this race. Hopefully not. We've not had one so far, so let's hope we don't have one in today's race. Butin is obviously a little bit far back. There we go. He's put himself all back up and running then. So here we go then. 180 minutes, not 120 minutes. 80 minutes of absolutely insane racing is about to start. Oh, and Butin's absolutely had a stinker of a start. He's dropping back. He's hemorrhaging places. He's down back to what, P6, P7? Maybe even more. That's promoted Callum Jones and Benaya up to the podium places as Elias Fernando just absolutely disappears off into the distance, and that's left everybody else trying to play catch up as Beauty must be absolutely kicking himself with an absolutely stinker of a start. We might be able to catch that back up in a little while, but P6 for Butin. Elias Fernando is giving Biana no room to calm himself down. He's on his case from the minute the green flag has gone here. I wonder if Callum can now, with a long straight coming up before the chicane, get past the Aston Martin. But can the Aston Martin make himself wide enough to stop this Mustang from getting past? The Mustang is insane on top line speed, but Callum's not got enough. I think the straight's not quite straight enough and long enough to be able to get past the Aston. Never possible for a heavy braking zone. But I don't think he's too far away. Butin is now back on the charge. He's going to send it up the inside of Gallimini, or is he? Gallimini gives him enough space. Oh, he's turned him around. He's on the grass, but I think Gallimini has through. Oh, they're just about through. Gallimini almost collects a couple more cars, but I think Butin might have to take himself, look at himself, for that as a 3 wide into the last corner. As Gallimini gets a little nudge from the Ferrari car number 80. Watch out. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Gallimini is literally stuck in the middle of the track. And, yeah, hemorrhaging places. But, yeah, that all starting from contact with Butin, I'm afraid. As we go back further down the grid there, Butin probably has picked up a small piece of damage from contact with Gallimini. But he's also probably going to be picking up a time penalty, no doubt. The stewards will be looking at that, I am sure. So excuse me, as Elias Fernando is literally just pulling out the gap. 1.6 seconds already, and we're only on lap 2. Yeah, this is going to be an insane race for Fernando. I hope he's going to get his head down now and just focus on keeping that car on the black stuff, and he'll be okay. As we've got Giuseppe off into I'm not sure what corner number that was. I missed it, but it's back on safely. As we got Lucas Kuth is trying to get past no, it's not. That's another one of the who's that marker? Oh, it's him, isn't it? Andrea. He goes off on the grass, on the sand, on the chicane. That's going to open the door for Lucas in the BMW to dive down the inside. Can he? No, he cannot. Obviously, I think that BMW is carrying damage. If I'm not mistaken, that was the BMW that had contact with just Gallimini, wasn't it? Into the hairpin. Oh my God, that was a lunge and a half from the BMW. It's a good job. The 7 Ferrari saw it coming, has got him back on the switchback, but he's going to have the outside line into T1. As everybody gets through I say safely, semi-safely, as Butin has now pulled onto the back of Matt Townsend. Matt Townsend not having a great start in that Aston Martin. He is up. He's out one place. Obviously, that's because of Butin's terrible getaway. Yeah, Butin has now got to get past Townsend to even try and think about getting back up to the leaders anytime soon. But again, Donington Park, extremely difficult circuit to overtake, and I don't think the Mustangs have got quite enough legroom or legs to be able to get past cars on the straights, and obviously they don't necessarily have the same characteristics as other cars in the corner as well. So it's going to be interesting to see on how these guys are going to perform these overtakes, as Butin thinks about the send up inside, no way through for them. Callum Jones getting really squirrely on the exit of the first hairpin. He's on the outside run for the second one. Can he get him back with the old switchback? I think Panea is too long in the tooth for that. He knows what he's doing. That's happened to him many times before, and Callum is still stuck behind P2. Samuel Brackstad now enters the fray for P4 as he's now creeping onto the back of Butin. Sam Brackstad is almost 6 tenths up on the people ahead of him this last lap alone. So Samuel Brackstad finding a bit of pace in the first couple of laps here. Be careful not to be burning those tyres out too much in this 80-minute race. Remember, there is a pit stop, so cars looking to stop around about 40 minutes to go then. So in the next 40 minutes or so, cars will be looking to 50-50 splitting it. And remember, we do have a GT4 on track that's slowly making his way around, and no doubt he'll be causing mayhem in a minute. As Butin then is on the outside before the hair chicane. Who's going to break latest? Butin has to dive out of it, but that's given Samuel Brackstad the chance. Oh, here we go. This could be fun. Butin holds him out on the outside. Is he going to break later? Who's going to break latest? Oh, Butin does, but Samuel Brackstad's still there. Goes a bit too deep, and it's obviously now lost out on that place. But it's still not over. Still not over for these. So Samuel Brackstad's getting ever closer into the braking zone. We go. Butin's now got to defend and attack. So he's going to test his mettle. As you can see, Samuel Brackstad is getting forever closer. Look at his bonnet cam. He's trying to get past. No, Butin, what are you doing? Butin, what are you doing, my guy? That is not how you overtake, my friend. So yeah, Matt Townsend with an absolute stinker of a contact in the rear. Hope that's not going to affect downforce too much. I just wanted to write beautiful racing. Well, that message was a tiny little bit too late, my friend. A tiny little bit too late, as Butin is probably now going to be picking up a couple of penalties for that one contact and contact there with Matt Townsend. So, what's it saying? Love good racing. Doesn't get any better. Of course, no, Chris, you're 100% right, my friend. Yeah, I'm gonna love close and clean racing. As Callum Jones then is on the outside. Has he got the job done? Oh, he needs to stay on the outside to get. Oh, he's definitely running. I bet you he's running 1 TC. Yes, he is. And here he's got the job done. P2 then for Callum Jones. He has managed to get the job done. Or was he a bit late on the brakes? He's a bit late. Oh, the exit. The exit. Unreal. But that is Callum Jones promoted up to P2 then. And now he's got to chase down Elias Fernando, whose last lap was a 26.8. So Callum Jones now has really got to get his toe down and try and clear Benaya so that he doesn't lose any more lap time trying to fight for that P2 and P3. The guys should be working together now to close down the gap between him and Elias Fernando. Fernando has just gone off the track. He has invalidated this lap. So we'll see if that affects his lap time at the end of this lap. Because we've got another change of position then. We've got Christian LaRocca up to P10 now. He's overtaken Liss in the other Ferrari. So 2 Ferrari change of positions. Ferrari 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13 as it stands. With the highest of the DMF guys being Giuseppe, currently running in P9. We've got a couple of Astons. Obviously Matt Townsend being a tiny wee bit out of position due to contact he had with Butin. But no doubt Butin will have to suffer that in terms of a time penalty. But let's hope Matt Townsend hasn't got too much damage on the rear end of that Aston Martin. Doesn't look too serious at this current moment in time, but things could somewhat change. As Callum Jones has now pulled out a second gap, so he does look like Callum has got the speed advantage on P3, the 707 Aston Martin, but we'll see if he's got. So Callum Jones was actually then 8 tenths quicker last time around than Elias Fernando. So now he's been released from the clutches of the Aston Martin of Benaya. He has now put his foot down and is now closing the gap. Bearing in mind, Elias Fernando did have a off or slight moment in the previous lap, so we don't know what his lap time will be. And after this lap, we'll be able to see what his lap time should be, and we'll be interested to see how close the actual gap is. We can take a breather for a minute. It's been an absolutely frenetic 10 minutes here at Donington Park, as Marlon Lehman is looking at the rear of Sam Braxton. Sam Braxton was there and thereabouts, wasn't he, for the last podium place, but he seemed to have now somewhat dropped off the pace. Yeah, 27.8. I mean, it's not a shocking lap, so interesting to see what happened to Sam. Whether he just went a bit too early on those tyres, pushed them a little bit too hard, maybe. Only time will tell over the next few minutes. So our penalties now are starting to come in then, so we can see that Butin does pick up a 20-second time penalty for contact. I assume that's going to be for contact on the opening lap and the subsequent laps after that with Matt Townsend. So Matt Townsend, you're not out of it yet, my friend. You've still got plenty of time to go. So let me just open the stewarding spreadsheet that we have for each session. Give me a few seconds and I'll open it. So this is where all the contacts are made. You guys won't be able to see this, but I'm about to read out what the stewards have put, so we can all witness it together. Here we go then. So we have the following time penalties. So we had nothing in quali. So we got a 10-second time penalty for car 77, which is Butin, for minor contact on lap 1 with car 779, which was Galamini, which we saw about in the Ferrari. And then we have a 10-second penalty for car 777, which is Liss, which is for significant contact and position gained. And then car 43, which is Betra, picks up a 5-second penalty for an unsafe rejoin. Then we have a 10-second penalty for car number 80, which is La Rocca, who's got an absolutely disgusting ping at the moment. He's picked up a 10-second penalty. Sorry, I had to move that off the screen. And the last penalty is going to be for, oh sorry, there's two more. 173 picks up another penalty, which is going to be, sorry, that hasn't actually come through yet. Sorry, that was a racing incident, and the last penalty is going to be for car 77, again, which is for Butin, for a 20-second penalty, that is, for Butin for contact. Well, so Butin has now got a 40-second time penalty. That is hefty, but in all fairness, he did make contact with two cars on circuit, so yeah, he's only really got himself to blame on that one. Benaia is not really closing the gap onto Jones, and then subsequently Jones is again not closing the gap on Elias Fernando. Elias Fernando last lap was 8. No match, 2 taps off, 2 taps quicker than Jones, which is insane. 40 seconds is steep, yeah, it is. But what we do here at Toga is we say any lap 1 incidents are deemed to be. We do put a harsher penalty on it. As we lose car 7, Andrea has gone off. Well, that was almost teammates colliding there. So that's why penalties are significantly increased, and the 20 seconds for pushing a car off the track is obviously quite steep. Completely missed his braking zone. So that's why he's got that penalty. It's a hefty penalty, we know, but unfortunately it's just the way it is. So we can breathe. We can take a breather and get back to the chat. If any of you guys got any questions or just here chilling out this evening, let us know what you're up to, and we can definitely make this interactive if you really want to stick around and say hello. If you've got any questions you want to ask or anything on that matter, we've got plenty of time to get involved. So if you guys are new, or you are looking to race, or anything that may happen, we can do some we can watch some amazing racing and have a chat at the same time, can't we? We can do that for sure. So yeah, this is our second race of the week. We normally do around about 2 or 3 races per week, and we decided that we'd stick to 2 coming to the end of Christmas. We do have a few Christmas races coming up, but we are heavily planning for 2025 here at Toga Motorsport. So we're not going anywhere just yet. Down the inside, that Ferrari of Giuseppe looks for the overtake, doesn't get the job done. But we'll fight another day, as Benaia has dropped off the back of Callum then. Callum done a good last lap, gained a couple of attempts on the Aston behind him. There's nowhere else really spaces right now. The GT4 is being a nuisance, as it is bound to be a nuisance, being in mind it's a lot slower than the GT3s. But Lehman can't really get past Samuel Brackstad. They're both lapping similar-ish times to one another. A couple of attempts here and a couple of attempts there. So they're really trading off lap time, lap after lap. So yeah, there's still plenty of time to go. I don't know what else to say. And there's not really any battles out on track, guys. I mean, it's starting to even itself out. What normally happens is we sort of expect this in the first stint. Drivers will get themselves sort of comfortable, get themselves going on circuit, and then it will sort of dip off a little bit. And then when the pit stops come back around in approximately 20 minutes from now, so about halfway through the first stint, I believe, then we'll start seeing cars hopefully going to the pit lane for their 1 mandatory pit stop. They have to take both fuel and tyres, obviously, so it's they can't sort of do a splash and dash, we like to call it. Giuseppe thinks about the send again on the Aston Martin around the outside, doesn't quite really get the job done. We'll have another go at going up the inside to try and take the overtake. It's the staff in the background for investigations. Yeah, 100%, my friend. So yeah, we have. Let me tell you, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 stewards on tonight. It's a bit overkill. We have 5 stewards tonight doing 4 stewards and a race director. And basically, what they're doing is any contact that's made out on track, it gets logged on our spreadsheet, and then basically they will review it based on the replay time that it gives us, and then dish out a penalty accordingly. So this is live stewarding, and it's true live stewarding, if you like. Some communities don't do it this way. Some communities call it live stewarding, but actually it's really post-race stewarding. Basically, what that means is that they'll have a spreadsheet open with the contact, but they won't get reviewed until after the end of the race. We have the option and the staff to be able to do a true live stewarding, so the guys will be able to react to things as and when they come in, and so on and so forth. So like if someone gets a disqualification for some other reason, the guys are there just about to correct that and do whatever it is. We want to keep as many cars on circuit at any one time, so we don't want people to lose out or anything like that. For something the game sometimes throws our way, so that's what happens. So yeah, it is true life. It is and it isn't. We're quite blessed that these drivers here today are relatively seasoned pros, if you like. They've been here before, they've raced before. They're not rookies. So actually, the contact sheet is relatively small for being only 20 minutes in. Obviously, if it's a rookie championship, we expect a lot more contact. If you guys are watching me on Wednesday, you'll know that we actually went through a shed ton of penalties because the racing standards wasn't great. But if you put on a championship that's more for more, like I say, your seasoned pros, then you're going to get cleaner racing, but fairer racing, which is really, really good. So that's what we've got here. The stewards have got probably quite a nice, relaxing Friday evening. No doubt that what we might do is we might get halfway through the race and a couple of stewards might disappear off, have the night off, rest of the night off, because there's no need for their services. What I will say, and this is a big credit to all of our staff here at Toga, is that everybody does it for free. It's all done off their own back and taken off at their own time to sit here and do this for you. So it might just be that obviously myself and obviously there's 5 more people behind the scenes, like I said, doing the stewarding side, plus all the other staff that are just there keeping the Discord running, mods and so on and so forth. Chris, it means a lot, bro. I mean, it doesn't matter if you don't have a PC. If you just want to come out, hang out with some guys that are racers, sim racers, regardless if you're on console or PC, please feel free to join the Discord, bro. All the links can be found in our bio on Linktree and TikTok, or it's just discord.gg/Toga Motorsport, and we're around all the time. If you have any questions, advice, whatever it will be, we can try and definitely help you. We're just a bunch of chill guys, just chilling out, guys and girls. We have a lot of different variety of people in our community. So yeah, it's just a cool place to be. It's just a cool place to be. And we do some good racing in between, right? That's why we're here. That was the plan for when I set up this community all those years ago. And Chris, man, thank you very much for that follow. Appreciate it. But yeah. We got a little overtake going on here. We've got the Ferrari and the Aston. It's been going on a little while, this battle. I've had it sort of got my eye on it. Down the inside we go into the chicane. Job done for Giuseppe. Up to P8 then for the DMF course Ferrari. I think that is the highest Ferrari we've got. Yes, it is. Doing a stellar job. The other battle that we've got going on right now, Callum Jones, by the way, is closing the gap. It has come down to 1.2 seconds between him and Elias. So we'll keep our BDI on that one for the next few laps to see whether or not Callum can continue to drop the gap between him and Fernando. Benaya is not really keeping up, although 26.9 last time around for the Aston, so there's pace in that Aston still. So yeah, please keep an eye on that. Butin is running still P4, but he's going to be dropping down a long way. He's going to be probably coming out P9 or P10 after the round of pit stops. obviously he's got that 40-second time penalty to run. There's a few guys obviously a bit further back that are obviously to serve penalties, so that might play in his favour a tiny bit. But Beauty's got to have a stonking second stint to be able to try and salvage his race into the Donington Park. Butin has won, I think, a couple of rounds anyway, so he's not like he's a slow driver. So he's got a lot to do to try and maintain that position in the standings moving forward. Just gonna take a quick swig of my drink. So yeah, I hope everyone's having a good Friday evening. It's going to be a good time to sort of have an interaction session. What are you guys up to? What have you been up to today? Any plans for this weekend? You can put them in the chat. That would be great, and we can have a conversation about that. Anyone doing any racing anywhere, whether it be PC, console, so on and so forth. So I'm just looking at the timings. Last time around, Elias Fernando did a 27.5. We did Callum Jones did a 27.1. So the gap's coming down, just under a second now, the gap between the two drivers, which is pretty insane. Just keep my BDI in this little battle here. Marlon and Sam are absolutely fighting it out between the two of them, which is insane. The guys are really, really close battling. Has Lehman got enough? Sam going around the outside. Not quite enough yet to get past, but they will carry on. And yeah, a bit screwy on the exit. Let's now head over to the battle for the lead then. This is for the lead of the race. Callum Jones is absolutely pulled out of the bag. At one point he was over 2 seconds behind Fernando. But Fernando, I think, has had a couple of inconsistent laps, and that's brought Callum right on the back end of Fernando. As we can go on to, we'll go to bumper cam and see how close he really is. To see how close it's going to be until if and when Jones can get past. That's McLaren as Jones gets an absolute bucket load of wheel spin on the exit of the last corner as they go into the first corner then to start lap number 17. Pit stops around about 15 minutes time, I would say. So yeah, keep an eye on pit strategy. And Joshua, welcome in, giving Callum some support. Absolute legend, man. Hope you're doing well on YouTube. Absolute legend. Hope you're doing well, my friend. But yeah, he's definitely closing the gap. I think Fernando is starting to wobble. He's 28.0 last time round. Callum's at a 27.6. So yeah, super close in terms of lap time. But Callum is slowly piling on that pressure. Will Fernando crack under this pressure, or will he manage to hold on? We've got a long way to go. We're not even halfway through this race yet, and it's starting to spice up a little bit. I told you there's a little bit of a lull in the first sort of stint, but as it comes to the end, drivers either start to lose tyres, fuel burn comes down a little bit, and that's when things start to come alive. Lehman is still stuck behind Brackstad as well, by the way. 0.4 the gap between the two of them. But everywhere else, the gap's slowly starting to increase between the drivers. George Stevens up to 16. We have lost the car, and that is Butin in the pits. Then Butin had. Oh, has Butin left? Butin has left the session. Not sure what's happened there. Hopefully the stewards are about to find that out. But yeah, Butin has decided to call it a day, and that has promoted everybody up a place. So whether or not the penalties were a bit too much, or he crashed, we don't know. We'll find that out in due course. But yeah, he is. Oh dear. Sorry, just checking something. Butin out of the race then. Out of the race with Butin. I wonder if he's going to put anything in the chat, in the Discord, whether or not he has decided to or not. So yeah, that's promoted everybody up a place. So that means now. Oh, sorry, we've missed it. Lehman does get past Brackstad then, 4P4. I missed that. Sorry guys. I was too busy trying to review what was going on, and I completely missed that change of position. Samuel Brackstad down to 5th place now, with Marlon Lehman in the McLaren getting past, and looking like he's putting it away ever so slightly. But we'll see what Sam can do in the remaining first stint before we go into pit stops. But these lap times, they are trading lap times, ladies and gents. Leaders are trading lap times. 27.1 for Fernando and a 27.3 for Jones. So they are trading those times. There's a couple of attempts in it per lap, but the gap is hovering around the second mark. So Callum's going to be patient here before he can get past. Fernando. If he can get past Fernando, that is. He might not be able to get past Fernando. Well, time will only tell. Time will only tell. But if you are watching us, we really do appreciate it this evening. Please do. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that follow and welcome. Just if you can, just say hello. That'd be absolutely fantastic. If you're on TikTok, don't forget to double tap that screen. Hit the follow button if you haven't already. We are aiming. Look, come on, guys. We are aiming for 5,000 likes, by the way, on TikTok. So we're up to 3.2k. Any more likes, that could be great. If you could just double tap that screen, just keep tapping. That'd be absolutely fantastic. If you're on YouTube, absolute legends. Thank you so much. Any thumbs up on the video, that'd be absolutely fantastic. It's all free. It really helps us more than any way we can. So if you can, please do hit that thumbs up on the video. And don't forget to subscribe. Like I say, it really, really helps us grow. And it's free. You haven't got to do anything else. You haven't got to pay. All you got to do is hit that thumbs up button, and YouTube will take care of the rest of it. Right. So where are we at then? So Brackstad is slowly taking the chunks out of Lehman to get back up to P4, where the change of positions have just been. Lehman dips into the pits then. Oh, is this an early stop for Lehman? This is an early stop. So Lehman has gone into the pit lane. He's probably going to come out into clear traffic, so that's not a problem. And yeah, consistency is uber here. It's ridiculous. The guys are so good at maintaining that constant lap time. It's unreal. So yeah, Lehman into the pits for his mandatory stop. He should be away any second now, depending on what strategy he is taking. But maybe the undercut. Maybe a bit of strategy call here for Lehman to see if he can try and jump another car inside the pit lane or the pit window. He's probably going to come out into clear air. I think he's still in the pit lane. Yeah, he hasn't come out just yet. It's a long pit stop, so I'm not sure if that is... No, he's out. He's away. He's away. That is Lehman back out. So he should have a clear road now ahead of him to be able to start his it's a long second stint. So whether or not look, he's the expert. He knows what he's doing. So we'll leave him to it. It's Callum Jones sliding around that last corner. What is the gap now? The gap is around about 0.7 of a second. Last lap, Callum was a tenth quicker than Elias. So like I say, they're trading places all the time. And that is Liss. Was that off the track? Yeah, that is Liss going quite slowly in P11. And that promotes Andrea up to P10, the second DNF Ferrari. And everybody else, Khan's in the pit lane. I'm not sure if he's just gone into the pit lane. So he's on for a stop. So did drivers decide to go early? Oh, we have a drive-through penalty as well for this. Drive-through penalty, that would be for exceeding track limits. In this race, that'll be for exceeding track limits. And don't forget, we still have drivers still to take penalties around about the pit stop. So, as it ticks into the 49th minute left of this race, we will expect drivers to sort of pit around about the 40-minute mark. That's sort of halfway through this race. So, depending on fuel burn, tyre stability, some drivers might decide to go a little bit longer. Some drivers might decide to go a little bit shorter. It's all depending on their strategy and what they decide to do. Callum just might decide to hit the pits sooner to try and jump Elias in the pit lane, or whatever it may well be. So the decision is going to be up to those guys in the next, I'd imagine, the next sort of 9 minutes, 10 minutes before the pit window opens fully for those guys to come in. Sam Smith, welcome in on TikTok. Great name. This is Assetto Corsa Competizione, mate, on PC. That's what it is. This is what it is. What it is. And yeah, that is basically that is basically what's the crack so far. They keep trading lap times all over the place. They can't just pull away, like, it's just not possible. And that's another penalty, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. What lap time is the top driver, or the top drivers doing? So the top two are about 27.2 to 27.5. Quali time, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure if I can tell you what the quali time was. I'm not sure if it captures the data. Yeah, I can't tell you what it was. I think it was a 26.9, if I'm not mistaken. If I can't remember, someone in the chat might be able to help out, but I can't remember exactly what the lap time was. 26.9. Ah, right. Yes. Sorry. Yes. Someone earlier on in the chat asked me what equipment people would need. So how do I explain this? So you can spend as little or as much as you're willing to spend, but please just stick within a budget. A simple G29 or a Thrustmaster steering wheel is suitable for a beginner. You don't need to have a £700-800 steering wheel for if you're just starting getting into sim racing. You can basically, let's see. Oh, sorry. The back marker here has caused a bit of a kerfuffle. The BMW is not moving out of the way. He finally does, but that has moved Callum Jones all over the rear of Fernando. Is it going to go for a send? I don't think Callum's stupid enough to do it here. He's going to wait for one of the hairpins if he can get anywhere near it. Sorry, Cameron. I'll get to it. I will. I did miss your question. So yeah, 1 second. I think that's Fernando just managed to keep it going. 27.9, Dylan. That's good lap times on console. So yeah, PC hardware. So Fernando goes. Fernando's in the pits. That is Fernando taking his pit stop. So we'll see now if that's going to release Callum and what he's going to be able to do to try and get past him. He's going to try and go for the overcut, I'd imagine now. So in terms of PC hardware, so I'll give you a bit of example. I'm running a i9 9900K processor. I'm also running a 2070 Super graphics card. So the graphics you see on my screen right now are based on that PC spec. I can also race in the game at a decent frame rate. The graphics you haven't got to have a 3, 4, 5,000 pound machine. You could probably get away with a medium build PC. Nothing too high end for running ACC. You don't need anything intense, really. So yeah. So in terms of, sorry, does that answer your question, Cameron? Sorry, bro, I completely got it completely wrong. And Len, your new cockpit is coming soon. Let's go, bro. What have you got? What have you got coming? GT Omega or anything like that? Yeah, and someone over on YouTube has basically said he's had his G923, I think it's 23, for 10 months. It was brilliant, but upgrading to an R5 in a few weeks. Oh, lovely. Let's go SimLabs. Yeah, amazing, mate. Amazing. So yeah, for me personally, I had a G29 for quite some time, and I've only very recently upgraded to a Musa R5 wheel, and I've also got the GT Omega Prime cockpit, which I'll never ever need to upgrade in terms of the actual aluminium frame, because a lot of these things are plug and play. You can buy bolt-ons, add-ons, so on and so forth, and I'll never ever. I don't think I'll ever change that route. So just add on bits to it, like a new seat or whatever it may be. It's all the same profiling rig. Currently on console, but looking at joining the PC Master Race. Yeah, 100%, mate. Get yourself involved in PC. Console's great, don't get me wrong, console's great, but I think the player base is not necessarily there for console. It's more there for PC. And you don't get any of this on console. You don't get any of this commentary and stewarding. It's a bit more difficult. It takes a bit more niche to do it. I went from a DD Pro to a Direct Drive Plus and got 5 temps on average, which is great consistency. Yeah, so you won't. I think the first thing for me to upgrade, and this is what I did it, and you don't have to follow me, of course, you can do what hell you want, is I went from the basic Logitech pedals and upgraded to the Fanatec CSL with the load cell kit pedals. And that improved my lap time. Not massively, but it definitely improved lap time. Because with your standard pedals that you get out of the box, they're based on position. What I mean by that is obviously whatever position your brake pedal's in, then obviously that determines how much you brake. Whereas obviously the pedals that I've got with the load cell kit is done on pressure. So as you can imagine, the harder you press, the more slowing down you're going to be doing. And obviously the lighter the brake touch, the less braking you're going to have. So rather than position, it's done on pressure. And that'd be the first thing I sort of say to upgrade. You can still run a G29 or a Logitech or whatever it may be, just upgrade your pedals. That'd be the first step of an upgrade. And if you can, go nuts and do whatever you want to do in terms of that. But I'd say, yeah, and like Joshua's put in the YouTube chat, the braking is accelerating and braking is the most important thing. So get your car slowed down on your point every single time, builds consistency, and chances are makes you faster. So, and then you can sort out your direct drive, and then you can sort out your force feedback and getting all that sort of stuff as and when you decide to, when you've got the budget for it. So, you've got a lot of brands out there: Fanatec, Moser, SimuCube, even Logitech now are doing a direct drive wheel, aren't they? So, there are a few Thrustmaster, there are a few advantages, or a few options, sorry. But yeah, pit stops now. Then the top 5 are yet to pit, so we'll see when Callum decides to come in. Fernando's been chucked out into P6 after his pit stop, so he's net P1 right now. And doing lap times around about the 27.9. So Callum is still faster. Callum is still faster than Fernando at this current stage, based on last laps, if you like, by about 2 or 3 tenths. So yeah. Oh yeah, he's coming up to traffic. No, this is for position, right? Yeah, this is for position. This will be for P5 for Fernando. So really, he wants to get past him relatively quickly because it's slowing him down if he doesn't. And that's Fernando crossing a line for 26.8. So yeah, a lot quicker than Callum that time. The new tyres, he's playing into Fernando's hands ever so slightly. Gallimini is also chasing down Benaya, who has also stopped. So that's going to be interesting to see where Callum comes out, because the gap was quite close, wasn't it? So Callum's going to hit his marks, get on these jacks at exactly the right time to basically retain P2, as Fernando still isn't passed La Rocca in the Ferrari. He does think about the send now, does give a little bit of room. Fernando isn't. Oh, he's tagged him, he's touched him. That could be a penalty. Has that come through on the sheet? It hasn't. I think he's got away with that one. I think there might be net code because, yeah, they look like contact, but not popped up on the sheet, as Fernando does still not get past. Tony Brackstad then goes into the pits for his mandatory stop, which promotes Townsend. Aloni Townsend, who did suffer that contact earlier on in the race, promoted him up to P2. Sorry, so I imagine he is going to go long. I suspect people stopping anytime soon, as Elias Fernando isn't still passed, but it looks like he's going to get past him. Oh, that was close. Fernando does get past. He will be on the inside into turn 1, so I'd imagine that's going to be job done for Fernando, which it is. So that's Fernando up to P4 then, but he's also lost out a few seconds to Jones, which could play pivotal in the end part of this race as the pit stops sort of start to eke out. Not sure when Callum is going to pit. Let's keep an eye on him here and see what he decides to do this time around. Sammy Braxton comes out of the pit lane into P6 as it stands. And let's just see what Callum does. Yeah, here he goes. He's in the pit lane then. Callum is in. So let's keep a BDI on Fernando and what Fernando is doing. He's obviously clear now of La Rocca in P5. He's making his way into the last part of Sector 2 then. and on his way to the chicane and into the final 2 hairpins. And we'll see where Callum comes out in regards to him. Yeah, drifting into the pits. Callum loves the drift, loves it. And there is Fernandez going through the chicane into the heavy braking zone. Brake around about the 100-meter board and down. Get that car rotated and not too much wheel spin on the exit to get a good exit away. And up to go we go. There's a Lenovo board on the right-hand side, or a Pirelli board. You brake just before it or just after, depending on how brave you're feeling. Get the car rotated, and that is him. Callum is still on jack. Callum is just coming out of the pit lane now, but has George Stevens as traffic. So here we go. Now this is going to be super duper close, and Callum is taking the lead. Just look how close that is. So Callum's now going to build that tyre pressure up really quickly. Fernando is going to be on the warmer tyres, but there is a back marker in the way as George dives out of the way just at the right time. But that is Callum Jones, promoted to P1, jumped him in the pit lane now, and let's see the carnage unfold as Fernando goes on the outside, gets a bit squirrely and decides to pull out of it, not for the first time, and into the... that is super close racing. Let's ride on board. Let's go on bumper cam with Fernando, see if we can get a good run on the back straight. That Mustang is quick in a straight line, a bit too quick, and you can see pulling away, but the McLaren will have him in the faster corners. Look how early Callum's having to brake, and the slide on the exit. He's loving it. I am loving this. As Matt Townsend goes into the pit lane, the last car to take his mandatory pit stop with Morocco. Still yet to pit. Callum gets a nice squirrely on the exit. Let's go on to wing cam and see how close Fernando actually is to Callum. Callum has, look how much more speed Fernando can take into the last 2 corners then, as Callum can maybe breathe a little easier. That was a tremendous outlap to start your second stint with 36 minutes to go in this race. Who do you think is going to take victory here at Donington Park? It is super duper close, as Matt Townsend is still yet to come out of the pits. I think he's just come out. No, he's still in the pit lane. Oh no, he's just come out. He has just come out into P7, I believe, which has promoted Braxton and Lehman up. Benaya has got no reply to these two, currently battling it out. Elbows are literally out, guys, fighting away. This could potentially be the best 36 minutes of the entire race. So let's strap ourselves in and see if Callum's going to crack or Fernando's going to try anything heroic. There's no more contacts on the sheet so far, so we're all clear in terms of pit stops, penalties, sorry. And pit stops should be almost done, as the Rocker is still the only driver out there not to make a pit stop. But he has got to serve a 20-second time penalty when he does come in, so he's going to be bumped down the order a fair amount. So look at this, look at the exit Callum's getting. He's drifting that Mustang out of corners. And a drive-through penalty for George Stevens in the GT4 Giannetta. That was bound to happen with George. Oh, look at the sliding. The sliding is real. Come on, Callum, hold on to it. Sorry, I'm having to take a sip of drink. My throat is starting to hurt. If you're enjoying this racing, guys, please do double tap the screen if you're on TikTok. Hit that follow button as well if you haven't already. If you're on YouTube, please do hit that thumbs up on the video. Sorry for my bloody mouse. Hit a thumbs up on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And if you're on Twitch, don't forget to hit that follow and welcome everybody in. Charlie, welcome in, bro. Hope you're doing well. Hope the stewards are not too sleepy in the cars. Oh my God, Fernando's going to try around the outside. Not going to go there. I don't think Callum's too wise for it, but he's ducked the inside. But now the Mustang's just got a bit too much power just to hold on to the position for a little bit longer. I really hope this doesn't end in tears as Callum is sliding round that corner. He's trying to stop that Mustang from sliding. Yes, this is an amazing battle. Fernando is not going to think about ascend there. Yeah, there's a lot more time for that, Fernando. Just hold on and wait, my friend. You've got 30 minutes left to go. Can we hold on? Can the drivers hold on to this? Fernando doesn't get round it, but watch the exit of Callum. He's sliding that Mustang. Absolutely kicking those rear tyres up, lighting those rear tyres up every time he goes into that hairpin. round we go then to start lap number 30. Whoa! 31. 32, sorry. Callum is still holding out. 27.3 for Callum and 27.6 for Fernando. But Banaya is catching. 27.7 for Banaya. He was faster than the previous lap, but I think he was having to try and get past Rocker, who is just coming to his pit stop in P4, who's going to obviously settle for a penalty. So Fernando's dropped off ever so slightly, so I don't know whether that is a tactical thing or he's just had a slight mishap with... I didn't see him have a mishap, so I'm not sure how that's happened here, but whether he's just giving his tyres a little bit of a breather, just backing off a little bit and then decided to push again towards the latter part of this race. But it's definitely spicing up in front. I mean, the lap times of the top guys are pretty close. It's just the difference in terms of track position. As Matt Townsend then is all over the rear of Lehman to try and get back up to P5. I'm not sure what happened to him. He wasn't that far down the grid, if I don't remember. But I'm not sure what's happened there. Sam Braxton has jumped to Lehman again, or re-jumped him, if you like. So yeah, I'm not sure what's happened to Lehman there, but I'll keep an eye on that and see if that battle changes over the next few laps, and we'll see what materialises. Rocker is still in the pits, obviously still got his service penalty, but he is just coming out into the traffic of the leaders then, so he'll have to dive out of the way relatively quickly to let these guys pass, because the previous oh, there we go. Oh, Fernando almost lost it on the exit of T1. So yeah, he's got to be careful, Fernando. That's going to give Callum a little bit more breathing room to start pulling away, maybe relax a bit. Callum is, sorry, not Callum, Fernando is all over the grass. I mean, he's paid for it, he might as well use it, right? It's there for a reason, he might as well jump on it. But yeah, he's just gonna be a bit more cautious as Fernando, just not pushing too much. Don't overdrive the car. Just calm down, relax a little bit, and get yourself back going again. As Banaya takes the fastest lap of the race there, 26.7, and that was on the last lap. So he is slowly catching the guys ahead, behind, sorry. So he's now only 5.5 or 5.4 seconds behind the leaders. So the leaders are still going to start battling before the end of the race. It's not over yet for a three-way battle for the lead. So if Banaya can keep up these lap times, then the guys will be fighting very, very soon. The gap is now down to 5 seconds then, so that's taken a big chunk of time away from it, but that's because the guys were stuck on back markers. As Callum comes round to start lap number 34, a 26.8, 27.3 for Fernando. So yeah, Fernando's mishap into turn one last time around did cause him to lose out a few temps to Callum. So yeah, keep an eye on that then. So only 4 seconds between P2 and P3 as it stands. So yeah, Banaya in the Aston Martin hasn't yet thrown in the towel. He's just done a 26.9 last lap. So he's definitely closing the gap. We'll keep an eye on that. We will keep an eye on that for sure. So yeah, Charlie, if you're still here, how is the stewarding looking? Have you guys fallen asleep yet? You've not had any contact since lap 5. So we're on lap 34 now, and you guys have not done anything or needed to do anything. So yeah, stay awake, my guys, stay awake. Oh, I've got an itchy nose. I tell you what, Matt Townsend is probably shouting at Laban through his helmet, his visor, because he can't get past him. He's struggling to get past that Aston Martin. That McLaren as he's in the Aston Martin. As Callum is slowly closing the gap again. We aren't stewarding. We did it on the yeah, that's it. We're chilling. No more LFM for me today, bro. No more LFM for me today. I got some stuff to do. I can't do 4 races in a day. I can't do 4 races in a day. That's a bit late for me. I need to go to bed. I'm old. The gap for Banaya is slowly starting to increase again. That's a bit of a shame. It's gone back to 6.2 seconds, which I was expecting Banaya to try and at least close the gap And Mank, thank you very much for the follow on TikTok. I'll play... What? I play this day's ACC and I love the game. So JW, welcome in. So you're on ACC, are you? Are you on PC or console? Or what are you on, my friend? And guys, come on. We said 5,000 likes on TikTok. Let's get double tapping. Double tap that screen. Really do appreciate everyone who's watching. We had a little target, didn't we? Let's get that. Let's nail the target, shall we? Callum is either slowing down a touch, or Fernando is now. He's got the loud pedal pressed really hard, and he's trying now to get back past. As Townsend just can't get past the McLaren of Lehman. He's really struggling. Yeah, he's really struggling. So what is this? I'm on console. I'm console, but I'm going to buy a PC for the game. Let's go. So many people are switching over from console to PC for ACC, which is ridiculous. You've done 5 LFM races. Yeah, that is a bit sad. Yes, Reese. Yes, come on, boys. Come on, boys and girls. Double tap that screen. Do what Reese is doing and double tapping and getting those likes up to 5,000 likes. Come on. We can do it. Let's get there. Let's get there. Share the live. All your friends, family, dogs, cats, sister, whatever it may be. Share it and share it around all your friendship groups who's into sim racing, or not even into sim racing. Just loves racing in general, and let's get as many people on here as we can. Is this on Steam or Microsoft Store? Cameron, this is on the Steam app. Oh, George, get out of the way, my guy. He's indicating left. Oh, I think he wanted to stay left, but he couldn't. It is on Steam. The game's relatively cheap. You're talking 20 quid for the game, maybe more. Oh, Elias is close now. He is super close. There is DLC, but you can find those on CD keys for relatively cheap as well. So the game has like 5 or 6 DLCs. Not all of them are necessary, but I would definitely recommend picking it all up in a big bundle. It'd be probably the best option in terms of price. But yeah, it's a Steam game. It's a Steam game. Oh, that was close there. Fernando was super duper close to the back end of Jones. Then obviously Jones trying to get past George in GT4, which was causing a bit of an issue. Oh, 400 more likes, guys. Come on, double tap. Let's go. Let's go. I called my grandmother. She pressed the screen. Let's go. Brilliant. Love it. I love it, mate. Love it. Hello, Gran. Ah, unreal. That is brilliant. Yeah, so everyone else seems to be quite a way separated, really. There's no real close battles. Oh, Lehman has dropped back. I don't know if that was contact or what, but Lehman has dropped back down to P7 now, with Matt Townsend promoted to P3. So, sorry, P5, sorry. So yeah, I'm not really sure what's happened there, but here we go. Come on, let's go. It seems to have Elias seems to be a lot quicker than Jones into sector 3. 27.4 now, the fastest lap of the race, and that is set by Elias Fernando as Jones just sends him the long way around. Let's go, 5K, get in. Whoop whoop. Can we carry on? Can we go more? Can we go more likes? 10,000 maybe? We've still got 25 minutes. You guys can sit there for 25 minutes and keep spamming the button. Come on, don't stop. Asking us considering buying for Xbox as may carry over Microsoft Store. No, it doesn't, I'm afraid. It doesn't. And Mank, sorry bro, I don't know what that... I assume that's Russian or whatever language. No, this is not. This is a league that we own, or I own, or we own. And this is a private race. You can more than welcome to join our community. Just find all of our links in our bio on TikTok. That's all there for you. 5,000 likes. Thank you so much. Whoever now got a really sore index finger. I think it was a combined effort, wasn't it? I think it was a combined effort. Oh, right. Where are we at then? Last 24 minutes of this race. We've still got half a second gap between the leaders. Callum's on an invalid. Oh, he's gone wide. He's gone super wide. That's opened the door. Oh, look how fast that bloody Mustang is in a straight line. Elias thinks about the send, doesn't get the job done, but Callum is going wide here. Is he struggling with tyres now? Is Callum struggling with tyres? We don't know. Whoa, there's a BMW in the wall behind there. Oh, God. That's embarrassing. Oh, but look how close this gap is, guys. Look how close it is. On the exit we go. Down the dip. Round to the left. Oh, my God. He's pushing him down the hill. He's literally pushing him down. But no, not to prevail just yet. Into the heavy braking zone we go. And... what? My name is Dexter. Dexter Morgan. I don't know what made me who I am. JCB? Hi. Yeah. Sorry for my English. I'm from Germany, but I try my best. Oh, no. You know what? You've done a great job. You've done a great job. You done. I got what you meant. I got what you meant, JW. So don't worry, my guy. Don't worry at all. Look at this. Where else are you going to see racing this close for 80 minutes? It's not Dexter, no. No, it's not. I know what Dexter's TikTok account is, and that's not it. Unless he's got an alt account, which I don't think he has. He hasn't got time for that. He's not clever enough for that. Oh, we got to change the position then. Lehman is back up to P6. He's got past Giuseppe quite easily in the end. So yeah, that is up to Lehman back up to P6. I hope the McLaren. Whoa, Orange Juice hopes the McLaren's going to win. I don't know if you can actually do polls on TikTok. Can you do? Should I have a quick look? Should we have a quick look? Whilst we watch these two absolutely battle it out. Here we go. You can do a poll. Orange, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate you. Oh, it doesn't. A quick poll. Here we go. Oh, what? No, I don't want to do that. Here we go. Customer. Got it. Here we go. Let's create a new poll. Who wins? Ford or Macca? There you go. Who wins? Save that. Let's start it for how long we got? We got let's set it for 10 minutes. Start the poll. There we go. If you're on TikTok, there we go. I've got a poll open. Who will win, the Ford or the Mustang? Get your votes in now. I'll also do the same thing on. I think you can do the same thing. Here we go. I can do the same thing. Who wins? Question mark. Ford or Macca? There we go. Poll started on YouTube as well. There we go. Get your votes in now. And last but no means least, I will do the same thing on TikTok. Create a new poll. There we go. I'm not sure how long the YouTube one goes for, but anyway, yeah, poll's open. Get your votes in now, whatever platform you're on. Get your votes in. Only 2 votes on TikTok. Come on, there's plenty of you watching. Get your votes in. We've got 1 vote on the Ford over on YouTube. So yeah, get your votes in, guys. Who do you reckon is going to win this race? I'm not sure. You know, I'm not sure. Got to vote for the Toga Racing. Yeah, of course you have, Reese. You especially have got to vote for Callum. You definitely have. There's no questions asked there, my guy. Let's put that there. Check that. There we go. I think McLaren's going to win because every lap is closer and closer. Yeah, it's going to be close. It's going to be super close, right? It's going to be really close between these last 19 minutes, for sure. Right. Vote is still one apiece. Come on, guys. Vote. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Who is going to win? Who is going to win today's race? Still 0.4. I think maybe Fernando is taking his time again, not worrying about it. I think it's going to go again, push again in the next few minutes. We've only got 18 minutes left of this amazing race here at Donington Park. So if you have enjoyed it, like I say, we really do appreciate you all being here. Yeah, so it's JW, it's a Mustang, it's not a Mercedes. If that's confused you or whatever it may well be, but yeah, it's a Mustang. Oh. Oh dear. Yeah, did I... Sorry, Orange, thank you very much for the follow. I'm not sure if I said thank you or not, but yeah, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Oh, he's got a bit deep, Fernando. He's missed his braking point ever so slightly. Car 24 has gone off. That's Lehman. That's Lehman's under yellow flag. Sorry, I keep doing that. Oh, he's gone super slow. Yeah, he's obviously lost it. He's gone super off the track. But Callum has just pulled out a slight gap there, hasn't he? Yeah, he has pulled away ever so slightly. So, yeah, that could be big. That could be big in the end of this race, by the way. If he's pulled away, that's 1.2 seconds now the gap. So Fernando's got a bit of work to do in the next 17 minutes to be able to eke back that space. But yeah, it's looking likely at the moment that it's going to be a Ford win. Oh, Fernando, mate, calm down, bro. You're overdriving ever so slightly, I think. He's overdriving the car ever so slightly. Just going to calm it down. Just focus. And he'll get back up to the rear of Callum's car. But Callum's got now a 2-second lead. Callum can, breathe a little bit easier, and he's he's what, 16 minutes, so he's got about what, 8 laps to go, something along those lines. Is that about? No, that's not right. About 10 laps to go, 11 laps to go. Someone could do the maths quickly. I'm pretty sure it's around that sort of time. 12 laps to go, maybe. 90 seconds a lap, there and thereabouts. So yeah, he's got a little bit of time left, but he's got a bit of a gap now. I thought Fernando had gone off there, but he hasn't. It's just the camera changed angle. Oh, I thought Callum was going to go as well there, to be fair. But yeah, just calm down, Callum. You've got a 2-second lead. The Mustang after the lap, give it more power, so it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to say who wins. Yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it? It's a very, very tricky. It's a very, very difficult race to predict, isn't it? So we'll see. We'll see if Fernando can close the gap. But obviously these guys were so close in terms of lap time that because they were so close, it looked like a bit more of an intense battle. But I think now the gap's eked out, you can see that the guys' lap times are pretty similar. And now Fernando can't really close the gap. Fernando's going to have some mega laps in the next 15 minutes to be able to get anywhere near to Callum. But obviously Callum's got back markers to get past, so that could play a factor. He's also got George ahead slightly. George is currently around T1 now, so that's going to play a factor in terms of getting past the back markers in the GT4. So, you know, that could change. Elias Fernando has just done a 127.2. Callum's done a 127.4. So a couple of attempts has eked out between Jones and Fernando. Then 1.3 now the gap. So the gap's come down from the last lap of just under 2 seconds to now just over 1 second. So yeah, it's a bit sway. There's a bit of sway here and there, but for the most part, the gap's slowly coming down, with 14 and a half minutes to go. So yeah, it's definitely not over yet. We've seen this before. Lehman's dropped down even further now. He's back down to P10. So yeah, let's look at the grid then, whilst these guys sort of even themselves out. Benaya's got no real what's the word? put any pressure on the guys ahead. He's 9 seconds now off the lead, which is insane. Samuel Brackstad is 10 and a bit seconds behind him, currently sitting in P4. Sam is lapping a little bit faster than Benaya in P3 right now. So that might be a little battle to look out for as the race unfolds towards the end. Matt Townsend, 27.3. So again, Matt is showing some really strong pace last time around. So both Brackstad and Townsend are closing the gap to Benaya here. So it's going to be very, very interesting last 10 or so minutes, although Townsend has just gone off, so I hope it wasn't a commentator's curse. Sorry Matt, if you're watching. Then you have Giuseppe in the first of the DMF cars, currently sitting in P6, followed by Zabagalo in the 360 Aston Martin. Yeah, very, very lonely race in P7, not got anyone around him at all, so yeah, that's interesting. I'm really excited for the next race too. Yeah, me too, man. Sorry I left. How did the McLaren lose so much time? I think he had a bit of an off-track incident, Orange. So that's what's happened. LaRocca has actually done super well, considering that he had a 10-second time penalty. He's managed to eke that first stint out and actually still retain a really good pace and really good position on track. Wow, Fernando is now 4 seconds off the lead now, guys. 28.9 last time around. He's had a stinker of a last lap, so that's why he's lost out on loads of time. Then you've got Andre in the car 7, the second DMF car, currently running in P11 now. Again, he's only really got he's not got back markers around him, but yeah, he has 971, which is his teammate trying to now get back past him as a lapped car. Then you have Lucas in the BMW, the first of the BMWs, currently sitting in P12. Then you have Liss in the Fox GT Ferrari. He is currently P13 right now, and again, he is pretty lonely in his position. Mohammed Khan, last of the GT3s, currently running in P14. He is 3 laps down on the leaders. And then last but not least, the one and only GT4 in today's race, which is George Stevens. He is currently on lap 41. And yeah, so as you guys may or may not know, we have a charity race coming up in January 2025, and Ollie has just posted a video on our Instagram page. Let me. Oh my god, that is loud. Let me start that again. I don't think you can hear that audio. Thank God. Turn that down. What I'll do is I'll quickly show you the video. So if you head over to our Instagram page, you can see it for yourself. But here's the video. So yeah, there we go. That is our first official video for the charity race that we are running in 2025. Please head over to our Instagram account, so not only us but Simhaven and to Odyssey Racing. They can all be found on Instagram. They are our partners for this 12 hours of Brands Hatch. Yes, JW, we have Twitch, YouTube. Just search for Toga Motorsport. It's all there for you, my friend. But yeah, if you could follow us on Instagram, that'd be great. Over the next few days, we'll be, and a few weeks, we will be posting videos that are from our sponsors that we're working with in this 12 hours of Brands Hatch. We have some amazing prizes to give away, like insane prizes to give away. So yeah, get yourself involved. You don't have to be partaking in said event. You could just be a viewer on Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok, and we will be able to get you involved in those prizes. So yeah, we're looking forward to hosting the race with you guys. We're hosting it, like I said, with Simhaven and Odyssey Racing League. These guys that we're very, very close to in terms of a community side of things, and yeah, we cannot wait for January. It's going to be insane. We did this last year. We did a charity race. We did like 10 hours of Spa, and we raised around about £2,000 or £3,000 for Cancer Research UK. Our aim is for £5,000, and what that's going to mean is that once we hit our target, we're just going to divide the number by 3, because there's 3 charities in this that we're donating towards, and we'll split the money evenly and donate to our chosen charities. But we're aiming for about £5,000 British pounds as our charity goal in January. So if you can be part of it, all the information can be found on SimGrid in terms of the event itself. It's all live, it's all ready to go. What I'll do is I'll post a link to those in our chats for you, in all of the chats now, so you guys can see it for yourself. And if you don't know what SimGrid is, then obviously it's a good time for you to see it. So there we go. It's on YouTube, and then I'll post it on Twitch, and then on TikTok. It's going to be a little bit more tricky, but I can still do it. Give me a second, and I'll post that link for TikTok viewers as well. Here we go. Copy, and then paste that in there. Obviously, I appreciate you maybe can't click on the link on TikTok, but you can get the gist, basically. But yeah, that is our charity announcement. Like, big shout out to Simhaven and Ollie and Odyssey Racing for getting that done, putting that together, and getting that announced. So yeah, really do appreciate everyone who's had a help in that. We've got lots more to go. Our sponsors are, I can't tell you what they are or who they are and what they are, but we have a good selection of sim racing items, to PC peripherals, to voucher codes for DLC or for setups. We've got a fair amount of stuff to give away. Oh, let's go. Thank you so much. Did you follow us? I can't. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. JW, we are on Twitch. I'm not sure if you are still here or you missed my comment. We are on Twitch and on YouTube. Yeah. Thanks, Reese. Thanks, bro. Oh, do you know what I'm going to do actually? Reese, there you go. I've just made you a mod. Was Charlie in here as well? I'm not sure if he was. Oh, he was. Yeah, Mustang has a really big gap now. I think, as much as it's been fun, nice little battle. I think it's slowly starting to be a Callum win, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's been a tough race for everyone. I appreciate Fernando he's not going to give up. He's still going faster than Callum, but it's only by a tenth with 5 and a bit minutes, or 5 minutes to go. Sorry. Yeah, it's going to be a big effort now for Elias to try and even close the gap. I mean, you look at the gap now between the two drivers. It was bumper to bumper at one point as Lehman does get up the inside to gain another place after dropping down a few places. Can he keep the job done? Yeah, he's got the job done there. Yeah, Callum has done a stellar job, absolutely stellar job. This is called Donington Park. It's called Donington Park. It's in the middle of the UK, Midlands of the UK. Yeah, it's an amazing track. It is a really good track. Yeah, Callum's doing a stellar job. Another. Well, it's not over yet, is it? But potentially another win for the Toga Esports guys. We've got some really fast drivers, headed up by Reese and by Ollie. They do a fantastic job on the esports side of things. We have, like you say, we're blessed to be able to have a mixed bag of drivers, whether you are fast or slow. Toga Racing was created with no stigma, if you know what that mean, if you know what I mean. It doesn't matter how fast you are or slow you are, you should be given a fair chance of being inside a sim racing team. So that is what we decided to create make it about. There is a big stigma. Raid, welcome in, man. There is a big stigma around sim racing that you have to be an alien or a really fast driver to be part of a sim racing team. We decided to scrap all that and invite anyone that wants to race with us. Obviously, there are rules, there are regulations. We have an academy team, plus we have a main esports team. Callum is obviously part of the esports team, which you can see all the green and black and blue. And then we have a academy team, which is the colours are red. So that's distinguished between the academy drivers and the sort of the main team. All new drivers get posted in the academy team, and then as and when we feel they're ready, they get promoted into the main esports team. Hi, Reese, over on YouTube. But yeah, so Callum. Oh, Matt Townsend is in the pits. Then what's happened to Matt? Has he given up? I reckon he's not put enough fuel in. I reckon that's a splash and dash for Townsend. That's got to be a splash and dash, right? It's got to be a splash and dash. Same with Brackstad, again closing the gap. But again, the lap times are so tight between the top four that actually it's not making any difference to the lap. It's sort of like they're all moving, finishing the race basically with the same positioning on track. But I would say we got about we've got 2 laps to go then. 2 laps to go in this race. Yeah, just while we finish off this race, massive thanks to everyone who has watched this evening. Really do appreciate your love and support. It's been really fun to interact with all you guys yet again. So yeah, big shout out to you guys who've been in Twitch, YouTube and TikTok tonight. But we're not done yet. We might be able to get Callum or Fernando in for a quick conversation about their race and any other driver that decides to. But yeah, we're not going just yet. We're not going just yet. Soon, but not yet. But yeah, we'll have one more lap after this, as the gap, 27.8 for Elias, 28.1 for Elias, 28.2 for Jones. Beneu is slowly catching up, 27.8 for him, but again he's 12 seconds off P2 right now. Yeah, we will do as many streams as we physically possibly can. JW, we do also do post content on our TikTok pages for like stewarding. So what I'll do at the end of this race is we'll take all the clips of the contacts, and what we like to do is give you, the viewer, the option to what penalty would you give the cars that are involved. So you guys get to see what it's like from a steward's point of view, and how hard our stewards have to work when there is contact. Because sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes it's not easy to make a decision. But here we go then. Last lap for Callum. He has got a healthy 3.8 second lead, or 4 second lead, to Elias Fernando. Anyone that did vote for the Mustang, you are bob on. You are correct. You win nothing. It's just for bragging rights, I suppose, more than anything else. This 80 minutes has gone absolutely rapidly. I can't believe it's now almost the end of this race. Yeah, Josh, he is a goat. I love him to bits. He's been joining voice chats a lot more, and yeah, he's a really lovely bloke. He's Callum. Really get along well with him, and we're so blessed to have him in our team in this community. So yeah, I'm just filling now, waffling for the last time. Apologies, I do that quite a lot. That's why I'm commentating, I suppose. But into the chicane for the last time. Hopefully no drive through for Callum. No, he's managed to get through relatively cleanly. Down into the heavy braking zones we go. No real need to get himself involved in any issue. I hope he's not trying to go for the fastest lap there. He's not pushing too much, is he? No, I don't think he is. But here we goes then. Round the last corner for the last time. Round 3 of the World Tour is finished, and Callum Jones takes the victory. Epic race. Well done, Callum. Epic, epic, epic. Elias Fernando comes home to take an absolutely well-deserved P2 as well. What a great drive from Elias. Fortunately, just dropped off at the end. And Benea, not really spoken too much about him, to be brutally honest with you. Comes home to take a lonely P3. Samuel Brackstad is a 4th place man. Good work, Sam. Good effort, mate, for you. Giuseppe is miles back. He's nowhere near the finishing line. He's going to be in P5. As it stands, Zavagolo is going to take P6 again. He is only just coming through Sector 2 and nowhere near Sector 3. Matt Townsend has finished the race. Galamini also finished. Lehman down in 9th in the end. La Rocca must have run out of fuel because he is stopped on the circuit. He is just crawling around. I'm not sure if someone could give him a little push across the finishing line. That would be absolutely great. Then we got Andre finishing in P11. Lucas P12. Liss 13. And Stevens George is the last finisher. Can someone give La Rocca a little push? Because he has broken down. He has run out of fuel. Oh no, he hasn't. Oh, is he letting someone back past? What, I'm not sure what he was doing there. Has he given a place? Is he giving the place to P? Oh, I think he gave a place. Yeah, he gave La Rocca. La Rocca gave the place to Andrea. Yeah, interesting. Okay. I mean, thanks. I suppose. But yeah, that is it, ladies and gents. What we'll do is we will exit the game. We'll go into the replay mode, and we'll see if anybody wants to come and say hello in the driver interview area. Let me just load up the replay again and check Discord. Give me a sec. Please don't go yet. We will be. We'll say we might potentially be doing driver interviews. There we go. Just leave it at that. Let's have a quick look, see if anybody wants a quick chat. Oh yes, we have. Look, we have our winner in the race. Let me just bring that. Well, well, well.
Hello.
Well, well, well. Absolutely fantastic. How you feeling, bro?
I think that might be one of my best executed races, I'll be honest.
That was insane.
Very, very happy.
Honestly,
yeah.
At one point, you two are literally pushing each other throughout the track. Like, you were just, yeah, it was just insane.
It was intense, yeah. It was a great race with Elias. Obviously, we know each other well, and we raced, obviously, as you saw, nose to tail, absolutely perfectly, no contact, room given. It was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it was. It really was. How were the nerves coming out of the pit lane when Elias was literally on your bumper?
To be honest, I was not expecting it. I thought, okay, he's pitted now. I'll try and do like a tyre offset for the end of the race.
Yeah,
I thought, okay, I'm coming out behind him. But to see the gap kind of closing, but not enough.
Yeah.
Before the end of the pit lane, yeah, that was intense. And then having to pass George in the Ginetta as well down the Craners. It was.
Yeah, I thought that. I was thinking, heart and mouth moment. You both could be completely ruined by a epoxy GT4 that was in the way. But yeah, no, mate, honestly, I was hooked as a commentator watching that. Literally, I couldn't take my eyes off of it. And you two were trading lap time like you wouldn't believe. Like,
yeah, I was keeping a little eye on it, but yeah, we were just so close.
It was like he would pull up to the back of you, you would then pull away, he would then give it a few minutes, and then push again, go again, and yeah, just literally carried on throughout the race. And I think he had a couple of off-track moments towards the end, right?
I would presume so. Yeah, I think
quite
a couple of times he outbroke himself.
Yeah,
as well, so
yeah, I think
just ease the gap away.
Yeah, exactly. I think the more noticeable one is into turn 1. just after the pit stops, he missed his braking point, and that sort of was the start really of just possibly overdriving. But yeah, I know. Obviously, Fernando Elias doesn't English is not necessarily great, so if he is watching, he's done an absolute great job. So you both did, yeah, amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
Last race then, next week, being at I think it's Kota.
Yes.
What's the Stang like round Kota? Have you driven the Stang round Kota?
No. The only car I've properly tried around there is the Ferrari Challenge, so I have no idea.
Okay. Yeah, I suspect it's going to be a tyre muncher.
I would assume so, yeah. So
but you've got the pace. You've got
the
the raw pace there, haven't you, right? The Stang's going to have some great speed down there. That's home straight for sure.
Down the straight, yes, and getting out of the slower corners, it should fly. So we'll see. It'll probably ebb and flow much like this race.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, I just really hope we have the same level of racing with a sprinkling of a few more drivers for next week. That'd be insane.
Indeed.
Cool, man. Well, congratulations again. You're getting congratulations in the chats. We put a poll out, and I think you just about won. I mean, it was really close. I think it was really close to who was going to win. But yeah, you're getting some congratulations in the chat. So
thank you very much.
Grab yourself a drink, whatever you're doing now. Calm down a little bit, and we'll see you next week.
Cheers. Thank you, Hayden.
Catch you a bit, mate.
Bye-bye.
Right, we've got one more person, which is Mr. Stevens in the remaining GT4. George? Hello? Hello, mate. How'd you get on?
That was great fun.
It was good fun. I was heart in mouth moment at some places where you were interfering with play, if you like, with the GT3s, especially as Elias and Callum were fighting as they were coming out of the pit lane. But yeah, you do like a GT4 around here, don't you?
Yeah, I do love the GT4 cars. I just wish there was a few more people to actually
race
against.
Yeah, I said that earlier on the stream. I was like, GT4s are great, but people always want to drive GT3s, right? So it's a bit hard to cater for all needs. But yeah, Kota next week. Then will you be around, or are you not? Can you not make it?
Unfortunately, not. I absolutely love Kota. I think he'll be absolutely epic in the GT4 car.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm on night shift next week.
So you're bowing out then. You're bowing out of this being at the last round next week. So
yes.
But no, massively appreciate it. I mean, there was a couple of GT4s, right? You and Ari. So we'll work out the standings.
I believe Ari will be around next week.
So he might just take the win then.
Championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you did a great job.
It was great fun.
No, great fun, mate. I do love a Ginetta. I definitely feel we should do a Ginetta race at some stage.
Yeah. I was basically just staying on my lines, and everyone else just had to drive around me.
Oh, that's the plan. That is the plan. But anyway, George, thank you so much for racing, mate, and have a great rest of your evening, mate.
Yeah, welcome.
See you, buddy.
Right.
Cool, and that is everybody done and dusted for this evening. Eric on YouTube, thank you so much for the subscription. And this is where we bow out, ladies and gents. I really hope you have enjoyed tonight's racing. I certainly have. It's been an absolutely insane race from start to finish. If you are still watching us, thank you so much, and we really do appreciate it. We will be back live on Wednesday, where I'm not sure if it's going to be myself or somebody else doing commentary for Rookie Wednesdays. Rookie Wednesdays next week will be a reverse grid. The top 10 to 15 drivers will get reversed for Suzuka for next week. If not, then most likely I'll be back again next Friday for the final round here at Kota for the World Tour. And we look forward to seeing you all there. Don't forget, we have a lot of places open for Season 5 of the GT3 World Tour. We've got a one-off race to finish the year off. We've got a couple of Christmas races coming up, and we've got our brand new rookie season dropping relatively soon for our for our paid members, and our non-paid members will get that announced again shortly. But I'm going to head off now. Thank you again so much, everybody, for watching. have a great weekend. Enjoy your racing if you're doing some. If not, have a great weekend regardless. And I will see you guys very, very soon in the next one. Good night all. Thank you very much. Goodbye.